All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Okay, I haven't really taken a look at the market that closely today. I know crypto had a terrible weekend. I know we crashed all the way down to 78, 79,000. So let me take a look at Bitcoin. So it looks like it's rebounding. Bitcoin's at 78.7. Over the weekend, we crashed down to 77. So huge crash. A lot of people were saying it was because of the government shutdown. And I believe the House votes today or tomorrow on opening the government back up. So we need to wait for that to see if that has some type of effect on the market. And then I believe today the administration and then some I believe some people from the CFTC and then some notable CEOs from like Coinbase and stuff like that. We're going to meet up at the White House to talk about crypto and the infrastructure bill and things like that. So that could be potentially good. I know the last time they met up, it didn't really result into any bills being passed right away, but it's always positive when they, a positive sign when they're meeting up. Okay, let's take a look at equities and let's see where that is at. Okay, so the Nasdaq's at 23.5. It looks like it ended up green for the day. The New York Stock Exchange is up for the day as well. Dow Jones is up. So it looks like the market did pretty well, and rightfully so. We ended last week a little bit down. And then obviously over the weekend, crypto sold off heavily. So good to see the market's green. Let me check my mic to make sure it's working. And this thing just keeps falling. So gotta make sure it sits right. Okay. It's like too close. Okay, I think right there is good. Okay. Let's see if my mic is working. Mic check. Make sure it sits right. Okay. It's like too close. All right, looks like the mic is working pretty good. All right, so let me just get a quick update of the market. I feel like ChatGPT should have given me my market update. Give me market date for today. News, stocks, crypto. All right. But yeah, I mean, it looks like overall we're bouncing back pretty good with the crypto stocks. Looks like they're green, starting off green for the week. So we just got to see. Okay, so it says here's a market update for today covering major stocks, U.S. stocks and crypto market. So U.S. stock market major indices are trading mixed but broadly higher with rotation underway ahead of this week's busy earnings and economic calendar. So it looks like we have some earnings coming out this week, and that's always telling. Obviously, if the company's big enough or it has a big involvement with consumers and things like that, it's always something to pay attention to. Major indices are trading mixed but broadly higher with rotation underway ahead of week's busy earnings, economic calendar. It says Dow Jones and S&P rising as sectors like industrials and value names catch buying and sentiment stabilizes. Nasdaq tech showing weakness relative to the broader market, reflecting profit-taking sector rotation. Yeah, equity is always a little bit more volatile. Robinhood sharply lower, weighed down by weaker crypto trading volumes and Bitcoin weaknesses. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Robinhood has they over the years added crypto to their platform so people can go on it and trade. And in the beginning, if you remember, they just added Bitcoin and Ethereum and I believe Litecoin as well. But yeah, I believe they have Avalanche, and I'm assuming if they have Avalanche, they have Solana. So they have Doge. So yeah, a big part of their trading volume is crypto. So makes sense. that they're down since crypto's down. And I think there were some talks too to the CEO of Robinhood to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. He didn't confirm that he would do it, but he was, I forget what who the interview was with, but he was considering adding BTC to his balance sheet, which you see a lot of companies doing that. They're doing like their business and then they're adding BTC to their balance sheet. So whichever one rises first, they could benefit off that. And obviously, Bitcoin, most people are predicting in the next 10 years it's going to be substantially higher than what it is today, and it's the number one blue chip. So people are doing that mix of their business and then adding BTC to the balance sheet. Okay, so cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is bouncing back near 78, 79,000. Yes, remember it fell. It actually says it fell as sharply as down as 74,000 over the weekend. So that is, that's a steep fall. Because if you remember, we were at 91, 92 not so long ago. So and before that we were at 126. So really, it dropped from 126 to 74,000. That's around $52,000 in price. It's a huge amount. Market sentiment. Crypto markets remain volatile with ongoing risk-off trading, significant fund outflows, and weak momentum dragging on crypto-linked equities. So things like Coinbase, MicroStrategy, and Circle. Okay, major themes. Risk off sentiment across soft and crypto. And then also we've seen metals and things like that go up, silver, gold, and they actually had a pullback recently as well. I think gold pulled back from 5,500 all the way to 5,000. Silver pulled back from 120 all the way to 100. So everything is kind of pulling back. But I think crypto has been, especially specifically altcoins, have been bleeding out for the last 2 to 3 years. Now, obviously, we do have a handful of altcoins that have done well over the years, but those are your Solanas, your Ethereum. Well, Ethereum really not so much, but Solana. I think, you guess you could throw XRP because it just had that recent run in about 4 or 5 months ago. But yeah, you have a few. You don't have many. You had that whole AI stint too. But yeah, for the most part, altcoins have been bleeding the last 2 years. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the market. This week, we're really just trying to get this government opened up. I think that was the catalyst that kind of tanked the market over the weekend, or tanked the crypto market. Maybe not even that. I think it was just leverage, people short or people super long that got liquidated. And then also, I guess, again, the government shutdown could play a part in the Clarity Act getting passed, or at least delaying it. But yeah, so that's the update. Not much. I'm trying to think, what else is there to discuss? We already had the Fed meeting. We're in February, so we already had the Fed meeting, the 28th, 29th. We kept rates steady. And yeah, I think we just need to wait and see if we bounce back. Now, there is a CME gap with Bitcoin that happened over the weekend. I believe it's at 84,000. So usually we do fill those CME gaps. Usually we have them to the downside. This time it's to the upside. So I think we're going to get a bounce back here pretty soon, and then hopefully the market turns around. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the update. I don't really have anything else. Let's play a few games of Blitz. I'm back at I'm 1350, so I'm halfway there to 1400. And yeah, let's try to let's play like 2 or 3 games to get to see if we can get closer to 1400. Darn it. Yeah, I didn't play that good. I did not play that good. That was my first game of the day. Let's see if he wants to run it back. I wonder. Let's try one more time. You want to run it back or no? And I'm assuming not. Okay, let's do another game. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's do this. I think this might be a free rook, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's done so here. Okay. And I have to take it, no? Yeah, I think that's fine. He was gonna try to confuse me. Oh, I think that's checkmate right there. Good thing I took a step back. Sometimes you need to take a step back and say, okay, do I have a checkmate here? And fortunately, I did have a checkmate because it looks like he was doing something. So what was going to happen, or what he wanted me to do, was this. I'll show you. He wanted me to take with this. Then I would have had to take it with this. Now I could have done this and then this, or I could have brought my queen down, but then he would have taken it, and then I still would have had a bishop ready to go, but then it would have just made the end game a lot harder. So it's always good to see if you have that checkmate available. So yeah, that was a good game. Okay, let's run another one, and I think that's gonna be it. Let's try to get this W here. Can we end on a W is the question. I want to end on a W. I'll just take it. I don't even want to think about it. Okay. Let's castle. Makes the most sense. Protect that queen. Protect the queen. Protect the queen. Protect the queen. Queen, queen. I feel like I'm getting way better in blitz. At first, I didn't like the timing aspect, the 3 minutes, but now it's a benefit to be able to work quickly. Now, I think this is a free pawn, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Is it a free pawn is the question. Here we go. All right. Let's see if we can get this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to get this W. He hasn't even castled yet. But who knows? Who knows what this man is thinking about? Although he's wasting a lot of time. I need to get this rook out. I mean this bishop, not this rook. All right, let's push these pawns up, man. It's waiting too long here. I should have never went there, to be honest. Although I am protecting that, so I need to move. Go ahead, buddy. Let's do this. 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 This. I think we should have this W in the bag. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's do that. All right, we got that W. W. 2 out of 3, not that bad. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm at 1368, so fairly got some good progress here. Yeah, but the market is looking decent. Okay, we had a huge dip with crypto over the weekend, dipped down all the way to 74,000. And yeah, we do have a CME gap at 84,000. So hopefully that gets filled here pretty soon. Equities looks decent. Again, the environment is great. The environment, we have most likely we're going to get one or two more interest rate cuts. The Fed is injecting liquidity into the market. And again, I think we're prime and quantitative, quantitative tightening has stopped. We're doing quantitative easing. So we'll see. We got to wait this next couple months to see where the direction goes. It's a lot of volatility at this point, and yeah, who knows? But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.